I think that the president accepting the two cars in the first place undermined his own code of conduct. Right from the onset, he undermined his own principles and standards that he has set for his appointees. And like they always say, he who goes to equity must go with clean hands. You cannot on one breath be accepting gifts of cars and on another breath forbid your appointees from accepting anything of value beyond 20,000.
Yeah.
So that for me is a challenge. It's a difficulty that the president could have avoided. Then one would raise the issue, but I mean he gave it out, so it cannot compromise him or influence him in any way. What people should not forget is that there is a stretch in I think 2016, the fourth saga. Stretch made some findings, and he said that the presidency breached the conflict of interest principle and the
By
gift
accepting
tax
the
principle
gifts,
for accepting in ever. So there are lessons that exist that our leaders should have drawn from. So that also in the second place says a whole lot against the president accepting the gift. But he could have also handled it well, like Madame said. The president could have said, well, I appreciate the gesture, but I want you to donate this to an institution of need. You know, the presidency has enough pool of cars that they don't need extra cars. What people don't know, or what we all take for granted, and I won't say that it's President Mahama or the government is an exception. We all do, and we are all guilty of that. We don't look beyond the immediate action. People give gifts, not necessarily to influence you, but also to gain some recognition and stature within society. I am close to the president. I have a friend. I mean, for such a person, if he jumps red lights and a policeman stops him, a policeman who may have seen that individual or that individual taking photos or presenting gifts to the president, immediately, immediately the policeman, shrinks because this is somebody who has influence, who has associations, who is the president's friend. We know what people do. Do you know who I am? They tout that, and immediately, public. So it may not necessarily influence the presidency, but we all know that we are living in a society where influence trickles down. It could influence other people who look up to the president or who work to the presidency. So in the face of it, it's like we can dismiss it. Well, the president gave it out, so he may not have directly benefited from it, but the perception. Because you see, all the issues about code of conduct, ethics, and this thing, one cardinal principle is that it is supposed to breed trust. It's supposed to elevate trust, which in Ghana is a very, or Ghana's public sector is a very expensive commodity. Now, if there is no clarity and certainty, the president is doing it anyway, well, how be it he gave it out? He gave it out because he has a lot of cars. Perhaps if he did not have cars, he may have retained it. So
it's the presidential pool.
Exactly. So you are opening your own principle out to subjective interpretation of what you want to achieve.